a video about cheap keto foods. Now my purpose for this video is to kind of let you know that you can do keto and not have to break the bank. I'm sure if you've been researching keto, you've seen that a lot of people say that it's best to have organic and grass-fed, and while I do agree that that's ideal, that is not feasible for a vast majority of people. One thing I do want to say here is if you're wanting to start keto or you are on keto, don't ever let anyone tell you that you are not really keto or you're not doing it to the best of your abilities because you can't buy, the organic or the grass-fed. Everyone has to do keto the way it works for them, and it's really unfortunate that there are people out there who will tell you that you're not really keto or you're not doing it right because you can't buy all of that. I remember when I first started, I saw an argument online. Someone hadn't used grass-fed butter in something they made, and all of these people were just going in on her and telling her how wrong she was, and one person even went so far as to say, you're better off living the standard American diet you were before than to do keto the way you're doing. On what planet are you people living on? I'm sorry, but I'm okay with some hate here and there, and everybody has their opinions, but to tell someone that they need to go back to that unhealthy way they were living because they can't afford to buy the best of the best is absolutely ridiculous. Don't ever feel like you can't do keto because you can't afford luxury items. Now, if you do use the organic and the grass-fed and that's important to you, I absolutely support that. I support you. I think it's wonderful, but not everyone can do that. And I'm not hating on better quality products. My worry is that someone is going to think that because they can't afford certain things that they can't do keto. And that is absolutely not true. We don't buy organic meats. We don't buy organic vegetables. I do buy organic coconut oil, and here and there we buy grass-fed butter just because Jake absolutely loves the taste, but for the most part we just keep it with a regular old butter, real butter, not margarine. We have both had tons of success, and we both feel so much better, and just because we don't buy organic and grass-fed doesn't mean that we aren't healthier than we were before. And I feel like everybody needs to take a step back before they say something to someone and think what they may be going through. They could be a single parent. They could be working on minimum wage. They could be trying to feed a whole family of 10 keto. Whatever they're doing, they are trying to be healthier. Even if you're set in your ways, I understand that, but just try to take a step back and look and see that not everyone is able to do all of those things. So, rant over, let's get to the cheap keto foods. So the first thing is chicken, and you can get whole chickens for way cheaper, but the cheapest I think is probably chicken thighs, and bonus, they're higher in fat than chicken breasts, which is good for keto. Same with the chicken legs or drumsticks, whatever you want to call them. They're a lot higher in fat and they're delicious. The next thing, which I seriously eat all the time, is tuna. The cans of tuna are so cheap and I love it. I love just having them to put mayonnaise in or, an egg with it. Another cheap meat is pork. We get pork chops a lot, and I love pork chops. Jake makes the best grilled pork chops in the entire world. And you can get huge packs of them for super cheap. Now, ground beef. You can get the big tubes of ground beef at Walmart. And I know some people are probably cringing about that. We used to get it all the time. It's good. It tastes just the same. I'm no food snob, so, do what you can with the ground beef. And the recipes that you can make with ground beef are endless. So, do what you can. Okay, the next thing is eggs. You can do absolutely everything with eggs. You can scramble them, fry them, boil them, do egg bakes. You can make cream cheese pancakes. I mean, just everything. And we buy the huge, I think it's 70 pack. I don't know if that's right, but it's at Walmart and it's like less than $4 for all those eggs, and I eat eggs constantly. That is one food that I don't think would break anybody's bank. Eat as much as you want. Next thing is bacon, and I know bacon isn't super cheap, but you can find some really good deals sometimes. And bonus with the bacon, save your bacon grease after. We do. I cook with it and it makes stuff so much better. And bacon grease, or bacon fat, whatever you want to call it, is perfect because it's free if you've already got the bacon, and you just put a tablespoon in, up the fats and anything. Okay, so now on to cheese. If you want to buy cheese, I would suggest getting the blocks of cheese. They're cheaper, and the pre-shredded cheese has fillers in it, which can add a little bit of carbs. So if you buy the block for cheaper, shred it yourself, it's a win-win situation. Okay, now to vegetables. I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me on this, but this is how we do it, and I'm okay with it, and I think it works. We buy a lot of frozen vegetables. Most of our vegetables are frozen. We do that for two reasons. One, it's cheaper, and two, we buy all these vegetables with great intentions and it just ends up going in the trash can. I would rather get, most of the nutrients, even if some is taken away by the freezing process, than get none of the nutrients from the vegetables. I'm a firm believer in frozen vegetables. We eat them all the time, and we don't waste food that way. Now, if you get lettuce, you can get lettuce for so cheap when it's on sale. You can make salads with anything. Salads are such an easy and cheap go-to, and you can throw anything in them. So that's just my short list of easy, cheap keto foods. Might seem a little short, but you'd be surprised at how much you can do with just those basic things. And they're so much cheaper. You don't have to worry about going broke trying to be keto. It doesn't matter what your budget is. There are so many things that you can find to fit your budget and to fit your macros. In the future, I'm planning on filming some cheap keto recipes. I'll show you how to make it, what all is in it, and what I spent on the ingredients in it. So don't fret, don't feel bad. No matter how you keto, you can be successful. And don't ever let anyone tell you that your way is wrong or it's not good enough. This is your life and your journey. You have to make it yours. You have to do keto the way you're able to do keto. And always know, for that every one hater you have, you're probably going to have a billion fans and people who will stick up for you and are behind you. I hope this was helpful. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.